Let's get into it.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Average Consumers. So today we finally got Culture 3, the long-awaited, most anticipated Migos album of all time, probably. Most likely because I mean they haven't dropped in like a couple years, and people was like, oh, what's happening with the Migos? Like, it's time for them to make a statement. Like, let us know that they still here, because they started doing a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying, Quavo was booed up, Offset started playing games, and he married Takeoff, just being Takeoff. But I think I wasn't disappointed. I'm glad it finally came. I was excited for it, and I listened to it, and honestly, I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So, they got 19 tracks.
Mm-hmm.
2 we had already heard, Straightening and I Need It with Youngboy.
Yeah.
So, what y'all think?
Well, I'm not going to say I was disappointed in this album, but it just, I don't know, it didn't stand out. And I didn't want to compare it to Culture 1 or 2.
But you did anyway.
I mean, I did go back and listen to both of them. It is much better than Culture 2, but it's still nowhere near as good as the first Culture.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just feel like it's a different vibe you get. If you listen to this in the car, you're probably gonna like a good amount of the songs. But if you listen to this on headphones, you're going to not like a good amount of the songs.
Wait.
I see what you're coming from.
Oh, so you said if you listen to it in the car, you will like
You
a
will.
good amount.
Yeah, you
okay.
will.
And then the opposite.
And then you won't, which kind of lets me know that this album is just.
I mean, Migos kind of make music.
They
for
make
the car,
music
though.
for the car.
Yeah.
But they have shown on this album too that they can make music for both.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how talented these guys are.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I thought there would be more, but like I said, not disappointed. Just like it was alright, you know.
I mean, for me, since it's Culture 3, I was expecting TikTok hits, to be honest, and they didn't have that. But overall, I did enjoy
Would
that.
you have been happy if they gave TikTok hits?
Like
I mean,
Taco
just being
Tuesday.
objective about it, yes, because I don't dance for TikTok in the first place. So I'm just saying, like, just looking at it from an objective point of view, I do like the beats a lot. I like 8 of the songs in total. I'm not about to just list all of them, but I feel like this album, they were just really just trying to rap, like just trying to show their skills on how they can rap. And I really like for example, like, I mean, not for example, but just to point out someone like Offset. Like, Offset really showed like he's really good. And I remember you posted up on Instagram, you said Takeoff was the best Migo, something like that. And I'm just like,
Since 2013.
did you listen to the album? Because from what I heard, I'm thinking Offset, I'll rap Takeoff.
See.
But we'll get into that though.
Let's get into it now.
All right,
so,
go ahead.
For that, right? I'll say I'm with you. I feel like Offset definitely performed very well on this album. However, the reason why I reposted that is because somebody sent it to me, and it was like it said that Takeoff was trending on Twitter because people are saying that they feel like he's the best Migo.
Oh my god.
But I only posted that because I'm like, I've been saying that since 2013.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But he did rap extremely well on this album, but I was more impressed, I guess, with Offset in that body of work.
Okay.
But I still was just reposting that because I'm like, y'all are saying what I've been saying since 2013, and people was looking at me like I'm crazy. But now y'all seeing it.
I'm different. Offset did a good job on the album, But I think Takeoff really shined on this one because of his consistency.
Mm-hmm.
He was very consistent throughout. That's why people were saying, like, even myself, I said, like, his shoulders must hurt, right? Because he's carrying them on this album. Um, and it's just because he was very consistent. He's the best rapper in the Migos. Offset is like, when it comes to flowing, you could put Offset on the Kurt Franklin song. That joint gonna be hot.
Yeah.
Or even Quavo on a Kurt Franklin song is gonna be hot. But Takeoff was very consistent with, on this album. I really enjoyed hearing Takeoff on majority of the songs. Like I would maybe skip every now and then, like, to Takeoff's part.
Yeah.
If he wasn't the first person. So.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Just to have an input. I feel like Quavo did a horrible job on this album. Like, you were right. Like, when you were making predictions on how this album was gonna be, like, Quavo did not deliver at all. Like, I feel like he was being lazy. I feel like you said they're really talented, bro. And I feel like this album, they weren't. Maybe they were trying to go a different route.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure they know how to make hits. I'm not saying Avalanche. I believe that's the song, right?
The first track.
Yeah. I'm not saying that's not a good song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I thought that they could do something like, Bad and Bougie. I think that was just off the fly. I don't really think they were just trying to, like, make a hit song like just like that. But they can make hit. I believe they can make hit songs when they need to. Like, if we're like, let's be in the studio today and let's try to make a hit song. I feel like they could do that. But
like something that can captivate you, kind of like, for me, like Motorsport.
Exactly, bro. Were you hard on Quavo too?
I wasn't.
Oh wow.
I wasn't hard on Quavo. I feel as though this album, cause it's a team project.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like, for me, I don't really single out anybody and say like, oh, this person, whatever. I mean, they just work well together, but I guess I just feel as though everyone on this album, they mastered their flow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they mastered what they're good at, and they stuck to that and put this body of work together. Like, because even you were saying, like, you feel like Takeoff mastered his style.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe Offset also mastered his style. And I think Quavo's just always been Quavo.
Yeah, I think that, like, that just is what Quavo is. But I can see where you're coming from. Because we hear Quavo on other songs. Like, I like Quavo on Holiday on the original Quality Control album.
Yeah.
The Too Blessed single with Rich the Kid. He sounds good on those songs. Mm-hmm. And then to hear him on this album, it's just like, bro, I know what you can do. Mm-hmm. So, like you said, it felt kind of lazy a little bit.
Like the features were kind of weird to me. Like, having Polo G on, I was just like, why do you guys have Polo G on this album? And then I
was thinking the same thing, but because it was like, okay, we know Polo G's dropping on the same day, so I thought the way I figured it out was like, okay, maybe they're doing a swap off, like, just to show each other love, since they both dropping on the same day. So Polo G's on their album, and they're gonna be on his album, but they weren't on his album. So I was just like, okay.
I felt that way about the Drake feature. Like, why?
I thought the Drake was typical though, but I see where you come from.
Yeah, they put Drake on every album.
But the Justin Bieber part was just like, why?
That was a good song.
No, it wasn't.
That was a good song, bro.
I don't agree with you.
I'm in the middle. So let's get into the tracks. Let's start with the Justin Bieber song, which is What You See. I think it would have been good or better, like, play the drums and stuff, like Takeoff rap and the rest of them. Quavo should have rapped, but we know he wasn't going to do that, and then Offset do his thing, right? Mm-hmm. When Bieber came on, they should have cut the drums off and let him sing over the sample or over just the melody. Mm-hmm. That would have really amplified, like, what he can do, because it sounded like trash R&B or modern day R&B, which is trash anyway. So it's just like that sound bad. It sounded really bad for him to sing over those drums that way. Okay,
I see what you're saying.
Okay. But I didn't think the song was bad though. But I wish they could have done
who else did they have on it? I believe they had like Juice WRLD.
They had Juice WRLD. They had Cardi B. They had the GOAT. They had Drake. And they had NBA YoungBoy.
The Juice WRLD song was cool. It wasn't particularly one of my favorites because, well, for one, I thought Juice WRLD was going to have a verse. So I was kind of disappointed that it was just on the chorus. I'm like, whatever, but it was a different type of song. I think you had more appreciation for that one than I did.
Dude,
why?
To just say this, do you think Cardi B had the best feature out of all the features?
Bro.
Besides,
Get out the video.
hold up. Besides Drake, do you guys feel like Cardi B had the best feature?
For me, my favorite song on the album is Picasso with Future.
And
Okay.
I think NBA YoungBoy.
I'm just joking.
I think NBA YoungBoy had the best feature.
Oh yeah, and you hate NBA YoungBoy, right?
I don't hate him. I just don't listen to him. But what were you saying?
Nah, my favorite song on the album was the one with Future. So
Future.
The song with Drake it's a good song, but not what I expect from Drake.
What?
You
crazy.
He was going with it sounded like a Gunna type flow on the song.
But he was doing good though.
Yeah, he did it. He did it good, but it was like
that's not what you wanted from him, right?
I mean, first of all, I'm kind of tired of
having Drake.
The Drake and Migos collab. But I get it though. It's like him and Quavo are really close.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, yeah, just showing love type thing. But
what about the one with Pop Smoke?
I wasn't too impressed with
yeah, Pop Smoke song.
Since you guys didn't mention it, Pop Smoke off the top of your head, that means you didn't like the song.
No, I forgot all about it because
it was cool.
The Pop Smoke song, I actually liked it, but I think it's not gonna be big in America because if you listen to UK drill, it sounds dead on with UK drill. Mm-hmm. That song, it may blow up over there, but I think the chorus, Quavo killed that chorus.
Okay.
And so did the producer.
I didn't like Pop Smoke's verse.
I didn't really like Pop Smoke's verse either, but it is what it is. I thought the intro was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like the sample, I thought the sample was done really well. Apparently, it's DJ Darrell and Quavo who produced it.
Okay.
when it comes to producing and Quavo, I'm not a big fan. But DJ Darrell's on there. I like DJ Darrell.
Yeah.
So, what are you y'all favorite songs?
I like so I really like Picasso, of course. I just talked about
Vaccine.
that. I like Roadrunner and Modern Day. Picasso, Roadrunner, and Modern Day.
Yeah, for me, my favorite song on here is Having Our Way, the song with Drake. Needed. I thought it was cool when it came out.
Yeah.
But after listening to the whole album and then listening to it, bro, that's the hottest song on the album. That is the hottest song on the album. Like that versatility that they had on there, I thought it was hot. And then I like Modern Day as well. And I also like Handle My Business.
To just say this, like hearing Needed, I feel like they could have had at least 5. Not like I'm talking about like just the impact Needed had on the album. I feel like that type of impact they could at least have like 5 songs like that in the terms of being impactful. And when like other songs like Avalanche and all that, like I like those songs, but like I'm holding them to like a higher standard.
Yeah.
So that's just how I look at it. It was a good album. It's not. I mean, albums are when it comes to like sequels. I don't think in anything. I don't think it's very easy to outdo the very first one.
I was just about to say that, like you saying it's not better than Culture One. It's like, well, Culture One is the benchmark, so it's like it's kind of hard. Like if you really like Culture One, it's hard to forget about that.
Because they're like,
that's a big.
Everything is fresh. So yeah,
it's like you gotta think about it. For the Carter 3 to be Lil Wayne's biggest album, or at least one of them.
Yeah. It shows a lot,
hard.
bro. It shows a lot. You're right.
Because you already had 1 and 2.
And then 3.
Yeah, that's hard. So I gotta give it to the Migos because I think it was a really good project.
I don't know. It's just like same with Samson. I hold the Migos to a higher standard. Like Culture 1, I know that they will never recreate something like that. So I'm not going to say that this should have been as good, but like I said, I know how talented all of them are. So there's certain things that I felt like they could have done better. Like some of them on, I think it was Vaccine. or Why Not. Like the mixing was a little bit weird on there. So
Oh, you didn't like the song Vaccine? I felt
You
like
said the mixing was weird.
oh the mixing was weird.
there's a few songs that I do feel like 19 tracks. There's a handful of songs they could have cut off of here.
Like Birthday was terrible.
But Birthday was awful. But I see why it was on there. You know, it's a song for the women.
Culture.
You know,
yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's a album ready song. All the songs that they had with features, they were all album ready.
Mm-hmm.
Birthday was a very album ready song. So I
So
understand.
I feel
I'll
like
say.
go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I just wanted to say something small. I feel like Meek would have been good on this album because Meek has been consistent on features recently.
Yeah, he has been, but
But I don't want you to lose track of what you were gonna say.
I was just gonna say, so you know, when we're comparing it to the other cultures, for me, because I've been a Migos fan since 2013, I'm not even comparing it to culture. I'm comparing it to like Rich Nigga Timeline,
Okay, I see what
like
you're saying.
the YRN tapes, like all that. So for me, I think it's really good because I know that they cannot go back to those times.
Yeah.
Because those times is like they're making music for a very minority audience, but now they're on the large scale, so they can't go back to making bando music. I mean, they tried to make it as close to that as possible. Like they tried to give us that feel,
Yeah.
but I just appreciate where they're at and the type of music that they produce in this moment.
You feel like they should start something new now? Like after Culture 3, start something like entirely new, or like?
Yeah. I don't think we need any more cultures.
Yeah, of course.
I think this is it.
yeah, this should be it. I mean, it's a good thing. Now, I do want to.
Do you want to? Sorry, my fault, bro. Do you want to handle the dispute between Lil Baby and the Migos?
Handle the dispute when I'm the
'Cause-
mediator.
Well, hold on. Let's
Okay.
let's still talk about the album. I wanted to talk about songs that, because this is, for me, it's very big. I'm very opinionated on the songs that I thought could have been off the album, right? And of course, you guys could agree or disagree, but Vaccine, get rid of it.
Wow.
Jane could have done
you're
without.
tripping.
Why Not, you
Nah,
could have
you
done
tripping.
without. Why Not is one of those songs that is just like you hear it in the car, sounds a lot better in the car than it does on headphones. I don't know what the hell Mahomes was. Like, what the fuck was that?
SUCCE.
Mahomes was awful. Like that's like one of the worst songs I heard from him.
And it was a lazy track.
That song was awful. Like it's just 5 minutes of. I thought the beat was gonna switch up somewhere in there. Bro, that was awful.
Bro.
But yeah, so what did I say? Vaccine, Jane, Why Not, and Mahomes. I feel like you could have had those 4 tracks off of there. And Jane had a really good sample too. In my opinion, I thought the sample for Jane was really good, and Takeoff, of course, did his thing. But it just didn't hit for me.
Well, I think the only one I could probably agree with might be Vaccine, but I'll keep everything else.
I don't know why. Like you
And
guys
and,
don't
and,
like
and,
it.
and probably Mahomes.
It's so disrespectful to Patrick Mahomes, bro. Like I thought the track was gonna be hot, like a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
I mean, I really like Vaccine because Vaccine is when this is one of the songs where they're like just showing their bars, and Offset completely lost his mind on that track. Like, just went ballistic. Takeoff as well, and even Quavo.
Maybe I gotta listen to it again. But yeah. So I think that's.
What I also wanted to point out, the album cover. If you notice on Culture, on all the other cultures, they always have these doves on them. I think that's a nice touch.
I was thinking about that too. Like, what does that?
What does it mean?
Yeah, like what does it mean to them?
Maybe it's just their signature, I guess.
It's probably their favorite bird.
They do
Oh
make
yeah, because bando music and they was selling doves.
The first Culture, they had like a theme to it. Wasn't them being like in a cabin or something like that in the winter, or was that for a particular song?
That's one of the music
yeah, that's
videos.
the
Okay, I
videos.
thought they had a
T-shirt.
theme to it. My fault.
But
Oh,
yeah,
definitely it was T-shirt. Good memory.
I like it. I like it. I'm not disappointed. I'm glad they finally came out of retirement. They made some good music. It wasn't a letdown. Like, oh, y'all could have kept it. Like,
That Culture too.
I'm glad they put it out and gave it to us finally.
Yeah, I think, you know, as I said, I feel like they could have done better, but you know, it's still some songs on here that I'm just like, yeah, I really like that song, you know, the
Mhm.
John NBA Youngboy, even though like it's not my favorite song,
Mhm.
it's a really good song. The John with Drake as well, but I think it's time for them. I think at this point, it's time for them to kind of do their own thing,
Yeah.
cause I realized that like having three Migos rap on the track and then a feature, it just is like super bloated, and plus it can feel like almost an echo chamber as far as like flows and bars and whatnot when it's just them being on, you know, majority of songs is just them on every song going back and forth. So
I can see that.
I think it's I think it's time for them to kind of like branch off, like they all do their own sort of thing, but
Yeah.
then like
They come back again.
they come back
I
or they
think-
maybe collab with each other on albums.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know.
Um,
Disappointed there was no Travis Scott feature on here. Very disappointed at that.
Quavo is Travis Scott.
No.
But alright, so we can actually make that a separate topic.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's our video. Let us know in the comments below what y'all think about the Migos album. Were y'all excited for it? How did y'all rate it? Whatever, let us know all your discrepancies or appreciations for it. So like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content, and we'll see you guys next video. Peace.